This video is a continuation on my RHS A-10 AGM-65 lock-on video. If you haven't watched the first video, I greatly suggest clicking here in the upper right hand corner to watch the previous video. This video is going to highlight just a few things that I neglected to include on the first video, mainly being the camera view, which can be easily accessed by pressing Control and right mouse to enter the camera view, and then pressing N to get a thermal view on the gimbal camera. Before we take off, allow me to explain some of the gimbal camera's features. The first is the plus sign reticle. This plus sign reticle will allow you to align the plane's flight path with the gimbal camera view. The second feature is the area tracking mode. Simply choose an area to track, press Ctrl and T, and you will be in area tracking mode. This can be signified by the flashing plus sign reticle. You can also zoom in and out by pressing the plus and the minus key. As you can see, when combining the first and the second feature, if you are in area tracking mode, you can align the plane with the specific area or target you are tracking, thus making it easier to track and engage targets. Another question many people had on the first video was, how do I change the loadout on my plane? The way I do it is I have a mod called Achilles, which just gives you a loadout button right here, and you can edit very easily the loadout of the specific plane you want. If you don't want to install Achilles, all you have to do is go to Modules and Zeus, type configure, oh there it is, and drag over the configure module over to the plane you want to edit, and you can edit the pylons here. You can also have it mirror what you have selected on one side. That way you don't have to copy everything on both sides. You can also create and choose loadouts that you want to choose for a later time. Before we start engaging targets, I do want to mention that the RHS A-10 does not actually have a radar system. Instead, it has a missile detection system that will alert you of incoming missiles so you can deploy countermeasures as needed. In order to see where targets are, your team will have to mark them on the map. My favorite GPS system using ACE-3 is the A-Trag Mini. The A-Trag Mini has quite a bit of functionality and allows you to zoom in and out of your GPS system, as well as track or not to track your current location. Now that I've located where the airfield is, where the tanks are near, let me go into my gimbal camera view and start searching for the targets. I've spotted the heat signatures, so now I'm going to press Ctrl and T to lock that area. Once a target is being tracked, I can then press F to select my weapon, my ordnance, Maverick IR, press T, then come into my normal view, and I will hear tone. Once I hear tone, I fire. I can even look at it through the gimbal camera view to see if my missile hits, and it does. So let me wave off and flare as I do so. One thing to keep note of, your AGM will have a cone of influence in which it can see targets. Once you're in that cone of influence, it doesn't matter whether or not you're in the flight view or the camera view. You can engage in both views. And there we have another successful hit. And let's wave off. And as we do, let's flare. As we come around for our final pass, you might note that the most effective altitude for engaging targets is around 800 to 1500 meters. This altitude will allow you to engage targets from the camera view and not have to angle down when locking onto targets. Anyway, as you can see, that was an effective hit, and let's speed up and flare out of here. Thank you for watching this video. If it was helpful and you like videos like these, please like and subscribe and comment for future videos.